Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Golf Cart Garage. I am Tim. We are live. Let me check and make sure that we are live. Yep, looks like we are. On Facebook is rolling. YouTube is rolling. I'm on my backup internet today, so hopefully there will be no problems. My backup internet is better than my primary internet, so I didn't want any problems today because, as you all know, today is hat day. So I didn't want any problems. So I went straight to the T-Mobile 5G. We will be giving away a hat today. This is Tuesday, the 25th, noon Central Time. Taco Tuesday. Let me see where we're at over here with my social media. There's some social media links. Please follow us on YouTube and Facebook if you have not already. Subscribe, give us a thumbs up, whatever you can do. It all helps. But here's the other social media links too. I always like to run those in the beginning. I may have to cut the regular questions short a little bit today because we've got so much to cover. And it being hat day, it always takes a little bit longer also. Okay. Let me see who we got here. And Larry Hitz, we need rain in Charlotte, North Carolina. Yes, we need rain here too. See, normally today would be the day that I mow at the ranch, but it hasn't rained, so it's too dry. I'm not about all that dust. I can't. It's too hard on equipment and too hard on me too. So we're supposed to get a little rain tomorrow. I hope we do, and if we do, then I'll mow after that. But I'm not going to mow today. Gene Hansen, 73, cloudy, Michigan. Helpless. Morning, GCG family. Is currently a steamy 97. Yes, it is hot one out there today in Arkansas. I can vouch for that. Big Mike, what's up, everyone? Dropping my wife off at Midway Airport. Sir Walter, 90s today and 100 Wednesday in Raleigh, North Carolina. Man, it's crazy. We're getting 100-degree weather already in places. Kurt, hey Tim. While the rest of the country is sweltering, we are at 79 and comfortable here in Bradenton, Florida. Good luck, swag hunters. What did I do there? William Flowers, mine is showing 101 in South Alabama. Dang. Gary England, hello everyone. 88 traveling through Elizabethtown, Kentucky, heading south. Well, if you're heading south, Gary, it's going to get warmer as you go. Rob Cedar, hey Tim, happy hat day. What's up, Rob? Rich Eastman, hello from sunny Machipongo, Virginia. Rich, I'm glad you're here. Yep, it's yours. I'm showing your pictures today that you sent me. Thank you for sending me the pictures. So stick around because we're gonna look at your cart there, Rich. Keith and Chris from Nashville checking in. Going to be 100 there. See, look at these 100 degrees showing up. Galactic Technologies, what's up? Ron Bunch, good morning from Peoria, Arizona. Lori W says it's nice in Pennsylvania, 78, and it's sunny. That is nice. Brandon Guthrie, heck, I got some questions, but would like to first say that y'all have an awesome YouTube channel with a lot of really good informative videos. I really enjoy the live Q&A portions. Well, thank you, Brandon. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. And today is Hat Day, Brandon, so you just got entered in the hat giveaway contest, so maybe you'll get lucky. Jimmy Judkins, what's up, Jimmy? Rain here in the morning, finally cooled down a little bit, Galactic says. High 80s 2 days ago and 64 at the moment. Let me check Facebook, what's going on there. Oh yeah, we got Horatio Hornblower, happy hat day, Tim. What's up, Horatio? Larry La Cucaracha. Happy Taco Tuesday. George Brimmer, 83 in Hilton, New York. Cool. Thank everybody for showing up today. Hello, Tim, 98 in Charleston, South Carolina. Joseph Simmons. Awesome. All right, well, I better get started because we got a lot to cover here. Oh, by the way, we answer, in case everybody is new, we talk about golf carts and try to answer golf cart questions here. If I don't know the answer, someone in the room might. So it's just a discussion about golf carts in case you're having any problems, in case anybody's new and didn't realize that. Greg Elliott, hot again in Bristol. Yeah, Jeffrey sent me the stuff from Granger's where they're selling some Easy Goes, and the price jumped up about 5,000 bucks on them since he first saw it. Must have been a typo or something. I don't know. Brandon says, I have a customer with a 2004 Club Car QE Villager 8 electric. The issue is having, and I've experienced as well, is at full throttle, randomly, the vehicle will hard brake and beep a couple of times. I feel like I've seen that question. Maybe you sent it in. Maybe it did run across my one of my emails or something. But anyway, I'm glad you asked that, because that reminds me. Maybe I talked about it last time, Brandon. But this is what I would do in that situation. I think if I answered that email, this is what I said in the email. This is what I'd like to know. This is what I'd be interested in. I would want to see if you can duplicate the issue. If you can duplicate it. Now, and I would want you to duplicate it by doing this. I want you to take off on the car, full throttle randomly, the vehicle will hard brake and beep a couple of times. Okay, I want to see if you can make it do that by turning the key off. In other words, get on it, go wide open, and just turn your key off, and then take note if it does exactly the same thing as what it's doing there. If it does exactly the same thing when you turn your key off, because when you turn your key off, all you did was you dropped the solenoid out. All right, so if that would help me, get to the bottom of it if I knew that the problem was that the solenoid was dropping out. So if you could make it do exactly the same thing by turning the key off, that would tell me solenoid's dropping out. Now, solenoid's going to drop out for a couple of reasons. It's going to either drop out because the M core loses contact on the micro switch that's inside the M core, or it's going to be something to do with your controller. Your controller is telling the solenoid to drop out. So that's what I would do first, just so we can determine if that's what's going on. But I'm almost sure that if you turn the key off, the car will hard brake in it, and there's a couple of beeps, is what I'm getting at. But I just want to know that first. Clay Mathis, hot in Florida, but haven't seen hundreds in 30 years. Only 90s here today. Jeffrey, I did get the pictures of your RC boat. Yes, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if I run out of golf cart pictures, I could start showing people's RC stuff too. John Shears, hello, should be a nice afternoon in Michigan. William Moore, 2 more days until retirement. Well, hang in there for 48 hours, William. You'll make it. Just got 48 hours to go. Happy retirement, man. Congratulations. Brandon says the motor was getting hot, over 150. I don't know exactly what the temperature is. Can you keep your hand on 150, or is that too hot for you to even touch? Bruce, hello from Westfield, Wisconsin. Okay, let me get started with these regular questions, and I'll keep an eye on the chat also. First question is from Todd. Brandon says it was too hot to touch. Well, see, you could have a motor issue then also, that it's getting to a certain point. But I would think that your controller would be getting hot too. Check both. Check your controller, see if it's getting hot also. Now, on a 95 Club Car DS that is weak going up hills, I have an Admiral motor in it. My question is, can I replace the speed controller? And if so, where is it located? On other club cars, it is attached externally to the outside of the motor, and it's a simple 2-bolt attachment with a connecting wire, but I don't see it on mine. Is it handled by an electronic box instead? Thanks in advance. Okay, Todd, I think we're getting some things mixed up there. Okay, you have a 95, so that means you have a series cart. And you said, your question is, can I replace the speed controller? Well, I think what you meant is speed sensor, because you said it's located on other club cars. It's attached to the outside of the motor. It's a simple 2-bolt attachment. Yeah, you're talking about the speed sensor, first of all, not the speed controller. And your car does not have one, because your car is a series cart. So let's see, what was your original question? It's weak going up hills. Well, first question would be about your batteries. Second question would be about in a 95, you could have that wonky, that potentiometer that they only used for about a year and a half. That could be your whole issue of it being weak going up hills in a 95. Somewhere around between 95 to 96 and a half, somewhere in there, they use that crazy potentiometer stuff. It's not an M-Core and it's not a V-Glide. And it caused a lot of problems, so that's why they quit using it. That's why it's such a short run on it. So it very well could be your whole issue. And if that's the case, then you're going to need to swap your potentiometer over to a M-Core system, which they make a whole kit to do that. It's a pre-M-Core to M-Core conversion kit. The last time I looked, it was in stock at Golf Cart Garage. We have it in stock. So call up one of the operators at golfcartgarage.com, one of the amazing customer service representatives, excuse me, I didn't mean to say operator, I meant amazing customer service representative. And ask about part number 8560. 8560. That's a pre-M-Core to M-Core conversion kit for your car. Number 2. This is from Joe L. I have a 99 EasyGo electric 36-volt cart with DCS control. Oh, bless your heart. I use it for several purposes, but when I use it to pick up limbs that are in my yard, I do a lot of short stops and starts. After about 10 minutes, the cart will not go. If I let it sit for a minute or two, or even put it in reverse back and forth, it'll start again. I've replaced the controller, the forward and reverse switches, the motor, and it has new batteries. The cart will work fine if I go on a straight level path. It only acts up when using it in the yard. I suspect the solenoid. I have the manual and the part number for the solenoid. This is for the DCS version. There is also a resistor assembly. What do you think? If you have a fix, let me know what you think and I'll order from you. Thanks in advance. From Joe L. Well, Joe L., just like the 95 on the last question, that I was talking about, they only use that potentiometer for about a year and a half in that club car model. There are some unique things about EasyGo's upbringing to this point, or evolution to this point, that's kind of similar. One of them is the DCS cart. They only made it for about 2 years, only about a 2-year run before they switched, for completely different reasons than the potentiometer question was before. It was mainly because that controller is very, very weak in that car. So you said you replaced the controller, but I'd want to know, what controller did you replace it with? Did you replace it with one exactly like was in there? Because if you did, it's most likely doing the exact same thing the other one was. It's just getting hot. You said it runs fine in a straight line on a straight path. Well, that's a golf course. You know, it's fine on the golf course. But you start trying to do yard work and creep around real slow and, you know, all day long, it's that controller will heat up faster than any other golf cart out there. I think I've said this before. I used to have to get more EasyGo DCS controllers rebuilt than any other controller. DCS controllers. Too hot to touch. Jerry Kelly from Madisonville, Texas. What's up, Jerry Kelly? Craig, serious question. Does your race car have a 5-point harness? That was discussed, Craig. That's actually a very good question. It was discussed in the beginning when all that was going on, and I was going down the track, and I made an executive decision that if I was going to flip, I didn't want to be strapped in. So the answer is no. It does not have a 5-point harness. I would rather be thrown free, since it doesn't have a cage, and let it go flipping and I get some road rash. I decided I'd rather have that than be strapped in that crazy car while it's flipping or something. So that's why it does not. Now, so the next stage I was going to have to do, I was going to have to build a cage. There's no way that I would strap myself in without a cage, is what I decided. Jeffrey Smith, I had a good one Monday on an EasyGo 2007 TXT. Went to change the oil, took the screen out with the 3 bolts, putting it back together. I started to tighten with a 1/4 socket. Bruce, does not one carry the OBC for club cars anymore? I only see the delete kits. Does no one carry the OBCs? Yeah, we carry them, Bruce. Jeffrey finally had one snap, not with 5 pounds of torque. Crash hat and leathers. Yep, I decided that I would rather go that route, but I didn't even do that. I just got on it and sent it. Okay. Brett Haywood on Facebook. Hey Tim, I have a 2003 Club Car DS IQ. Switching to two 30 amp lithium, I have onboard lithium charger. I know how to wire the main positive and main negative, but there are 2 other red wires coming from charge receptacle and a fuse block. Nah, hold on a second. Need to connect these wires. If so, where? My cart seems to have an OEM reducer mounted to the frame, so I'm not sure how to wire it. Okay, Brett, if your car, let's back up here. Well, I'll take it from the last part. If your car has an OEM reducer mounted to the frame, that reducer may be a reducer that reduces 16 volts down to 12. Does your car have 6 8-volts in it, would be my question. Because that old OEM reducers, that wasn't a full battery pack reducer. It reduced like 2 8-volt batteries down to 12. So you got to know that. You got to figure that out first, because if so, you got to get a whole nother reducer if you want your 12-volt system to work. Now, as far as the wires coming out of a club car charging receptacle, you've got a main positive and negative, but there are 2 other red wires coming from the charge. There shouldn't be 2 other red wires. There should only be a gray wire. Should be a black wire, a red wire, and a gray wire coming from that charging receptacle on a 2003, is what you said, 2003. Anyway, I can tell you this, Brett. If you go to YouTube, it had 6 8s. Okay, so your reducer is probably a 16 to 12 volt reducer. So you're not going to be able to use that when you put your lithiums in. You're going to have to get a whole nother reducer if you want your 12 volt stuff to work. But what I was going to say is, if you go to YouTube nowadays and put in Club Car DS lithium swap, I guarantee you there'll be a video. And it'll be somebody that's done a video, and it'll be step by step, and it'll tell you exactly what to do with the wires coming out of your charging receptacle. That's what I would do if you had a question about it, just to make sure. 2 red ones from fuse block. Oh, okay. Not from the charging receptacle, from fuse block. Well, that's going to have to do with your 12-volt stuff. So you're going to have to get a whole new charging receptacle to go on your, a whole new voltage reducer to go onto your lithium that can handle 48 volts down to 12. Good morning from Lake Havasu, Arizona. 116, but it's dry heat. River rides golf buggies. Yep, it's always that dry heat. Yeah, they must be tapping into that. If you got one that's coming to your charging receptacle, they're just tapping into the main positive wire, but then the other end is going to be tapped into an 8-volt battery, I suspect, that's next to that battery, not the whole pack voltage, just 16. So that's not going to work once you get your lithiums in. David Irwin. I'm here. What's up, David Irwin? I got to come back over here. Turning off the key made the car react exact the same. All right, that's what I was suspecting, Brandon. So is the solenoid bad, motor or controller temp normal? Well, I just wanted to make sure what was going on, because the things that keep your solenoid active in that circuit are your M core and your controller. So if the solenoid's dropping out, one of those things is losing the connection to cause your solenoid to drop out. I wouldn't suspect the solenoid itself. I would suspect either the M core or the controller. in your case. Now, that's why I was asking you about your controller. Check your controller for heat at the time that your motor is, too hot to touch. Check that controller for heat. Bruce, you might have to call up and talk to one of the customer service representatives, but yeah, we have access to onboard computers. They just might not be listed on the site. You might actually have to speak to someone. Rich says its oven is dry heat. Finishing up this 2013 club car, about to find out how well the new lithium battery works out. I'll send you final pics. Thank you, sir. Do that. I have a 2020 Club Car Tempo. Would like to program it for a little more speed. Been looking at handheld programmer. Do you have any suggestions which to buy? Well, you just have to get one that's going to be able to plug into your particular Curtis. Whatever model your Curtis is, you've got to get a handheld programmer that will program Curtis models, whatever one you have in your 2020 Club Car Tempo. If you don't want to spend the money on that Curtis programmer, you can pay a club car dealer to do it for you. Trojans cost that much. Pay for what you get. Yep, that is true. Trojans are the best, in my opinion, as far as lead acid goes. I don't have any feedback on their lithium, because Trojan has lithium now, but I don't have any feedback on that. So if anybody knows anything about that, please give me some feedback on it if you have any experience with Trojan lithium batteries. Mike Irvin, almost missed it, outside working. What's up, Mike? Number 3. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up cutting the regular questions short, a little bit short today, but that's all right. Number 3 is from Greg. I have an E-Z-GO Freedom. Don't get anything when I turn on the key. Batteries are charged. Is there a fuse or a circuit breaker? Well, the Freedom really just means a fancy light kit, especially in a car that old, like I think it was an 03. But it's just fancy light kit and stuff. So it's an E-Z-GO TXT is what it is. If you're not getting a reverse buzzer, and you were getting a reverse buzzer before, like put it in reverse and see if you get the buzzer. If you're not getting anything, no solenoid click, no reverse buzzer, then I'd suspect the reed switch. The reed switch is inside the charging receptacle. And then you can check that out and make sure it's got continuity or does not have continuity. Reed switch is a real kind of weird device. It actually is magnetic controlled. You put your charger plug inside the charging receptacle, and there's a magnet in your plug, and that opens the reed switch to where it doesn't make contact anymore, and your car can't drive off while the charger's plugged in. Okay, let's see. How do you find out which Curtis controller you have? Can't find a dealer near me. Well, you can just look on it, Chris. It'll have a sticker on it and telling you which model it is. Number 4. This is from Damon. I'd like to make my 48-volt E-Z-GO cart go a little faster, but all the Freedom plugs and governor chips I found are for 36-volt only. Hopefully you can steer me in the right direction. Thank you. That is correct, Damon. The plugs, the Freedom plug and the hill chip and the steep hill chip and the all-terrain plug, they shouldn't be calling them chips because they're basically just a plastic plug with a wire. I don't know why they somehow developed the name chips. They have nothing to do with a chip at all. It's just a jumper wire, a different series of jumper wires. That's the first, programmer controlling system, is that you would change these plugs, and you had 4 different settings. You had 4 different plugs you could go with. The Freedom plug being the fastest ground speed one, the one that would give you the fastest flat ground speed. But anyway, your car is going to be different. If your car's probably got a programmable controller in it with not plugs, it's not going to take any of these plugs. It's going to take a computer like what we were just talking about with Chris, They got to have a special computer to plug in, and then they can speed you up just a little bit, you know, to probably like 19.6 is going to be as far as they can go with that controller. Number 5. This is from, would that be pronounced Gary or Gary? I don't know. I have golf cart batteries that are dead. They haven't been charged for the last 2 years or so. If I buy a charger, do you think they're still going to be okay, or has that been too long since the last time it was? Well, I can tell you this, Gary. I'll call you Gary. I'm not sure if it's Gary or Gary, but it doesn't hurt to try, and it doesn't cost you any money to try. Do I think that it's unlikely that you'll get them back after that long? I think it's probably unlikely, yeah. But you could try. You could see where you're at first with a voltmeter before you do anything, see where you're at, and then start charging them individually or whatever your plan is to charge them, and then see if you make any improvements, and just keep going and going and going. You know, do this in stages. Don't try to do it all at one time. Just do this in stages, a little bit at a time, and see if you make any voltage increase improvements, you know, every time you stop and come back and check it again. Like, this is not going to be a quick project. Even if it works, it's not going to be a quick project. You're going to have to go slow and to do it right. Check charger, let's see. Oh, use a fan too. Use a fan when you're doing this, when you're trying to charge them, because whatever charger you're using is going to get hot if those batteries are really, really dead, like I suspect they are after that long. 6 from Martha. I have a 2006 E-Z-GO Freedom. It has been unused. It's sat unused for several years. I just put new batteries in it, and it won't activate the charger when plugged in, but the horn and headlights work. (2006). All right. Well, the horn and headlights work because that's a completely different circuit inside the car somewhere, the way they have the horn and headlights, than the charging receptacle. Now, the obvious questions would be, did you remember to hook up the charging receptacle? Because when you took the old batteries out, you disconnected the 2 main leads from your old battery pack. All right, so did you remember to put your positive and negative lead back on your new battery pack? You know, because that would if you had forgotten one of them or both of them, then there would be no voltage in the charging receptacle. And when you plugged your charger in, it's not seeing anything. So that'd be the first thing. I know that might be an obvious thing. You might say, of course I did. Well, that's fine. I don't know. So that's the first thing I would say to look at. The next thing that I would do is, when you plug your charger in, put a little pressure on the plug, like put a little pressure in this way, one direction, and watch the charger for a couple of seconds, and then put a little pressure another way and watch the charger, because it's been sitting that long, you could have dirty contacts inside there, because dirt daubers love to make nests inside those charging receptacle things. Those rad socks, I think is what they're technically called, but they make a great dirt dauber nest. So you could just not be getting a connection. Also, you could check that charger on another cart, just to, you know, eliminate it. Check that, put that charger on another cart just to make sure that it does work properly. Number 7. Let me check Facebook. I haven't been there in a minute. David Tony on Facebook. What's going on, David Tony? One of our former Bag of Swag winners. Golf cart cover do you recommend? I've been storing them in a 10 by 10 canvas shed, but my HOA dinged me and I need to remove them and need a good cover solution. Those dang HOAs, man, I'm glad I don't have that. You know, I almost did. I almost had an HOA, and then my wife and I decided not to. We're just outside the HOA zone where I live, so I do not have those kind of deals. So There, on a golf cart cover, David, you can spend as much money as you want. You know, they go from very, very inexpensive and, you know, very cheap to very expensive, made out of really, really nice material. Look at what we have on golfcartgarage.com and see if you see something that would not cause you to get dinged. Because I don't know what your HOAs, you know, I don't know what their limits are or what they're looking for there. But I've seen some that were real expensive and really nice. You know, there's a lot of people that have some that are really nice, but they're made out of some real heavy material. Just go to golfcartgarage.com and see what we have. Plug in golf cart cover and check it out. Where am I at here? There, now I'm back. Number 7 is from Brooks. My golf cart has new Trojan batteries, T105s. Oh, I just got told by my executive producer that question 7 was still up. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that. Number 7. There we go. Okay. Got T105s. Runs like it runs out of juice. Sits for a while, runs 5 minutes, and starts slowing down and stops. Cool down, fine, then slows down and stops. EasyGo TXT, about 16 to 17 years old. Third set of batteries. Something is overheating. Can you help me troubleshoot? Well, it'd be very easy, Brooks. You either have something overheating or your batteries are going dead. And what'd you tell me about your batteries? You said it's got T105, new. Okay, so it's very unlikely that that's the case. Now, if you want to eliminate that, then take a voltmeter when it does go dead and check your voltage on each individual battery and see if you've got one that's way less than the others, and it would be. But it's very unlikely since you've got new batteries. So it's very likely that it's your controller heating up to the point and going to a point and going into thermal shutdown. So we talk about that here all the time. That's a question that comes up. Oh, I have to talk to somebody about that at least 2 or 3 times a week at Golf Cart Garage, it seems like. Don't forget, everybody, we are giving away a hat today. So everybody that has typed something is been entered into the hat giveaway drawing. Everybody who has typed on Facebook or on YouTube. Number 8. This is from Melvin. I have an EasyGo golf cart PDS and the solenoid is not kicking in. After troubleshooting, it appears that the previous owner tried replacing the solenoid. Looks like they replaced it, but left out the diode. Will that prevent the car from running? If so, can you provide me the part number so I can order it? Any assistance is greatly appreciated. From Melvin. All right, Melvin. Anytime I hear a golf cart problem, this is a common thing, and I develop techniques to try to narrow down the problem over the years with customers over and over and over again. Anytime I hear that someone has tampered with the solenoid on a golf cart, my first thing that pops into my mind is, did that solenoid have a diode across the 2 small posts? Because if it did, and a lot of people don't realize, a lot of people even think that diode is a resistor. They call it a resistor. They don't understand that the resistor is the thing that goes across the 2 big posts. The diode is the thing that goes across the 2 small posts. Not on all golf carts, but on some golf carts. So anytime someone messes with the solenoid, I always ask them, did they understand that that diode go across the small post is directional? And if you put it on backwards, then you could possibly pop something. And in an EasyGo, I can tell you what it'll pop. Someone told me this. It wasn't me. Someone told me this. It'll pop the micro switch under the floor mat. And if the micro switch under the floor mat is popped, then the solenoid won't engage. So that's what I would be checking next. If the solenoid is not clicking, then, and you know somebody messed with the solenoid, then check the micro switch under the floor mat. Yeah, Jeffrey, we're still going to do one-time winners only for now until my executive producer and Golf Cart Garage decide that we can put people back in. Ricky Hall says, check the heat sink compound between the controller and heat sink. Yeah, that's a good idea. It does have some white heat sink compound on those EasyGo controllers. You know how they're mounted to that heat sink? Well, that's all part of it. That's all part of trying to keep it cool because they get too hot and they'll stop. Kevin Rabbit, what's up, Kevin? I'm from Minnesota. You did tell me that that is pronounced rabbit, right? Because I think I tried to say rabbit or something like that. I believe you told me that it's pronounced rabbit. Hi from Minnesota, spending the summer here, but left the cart in Texas. Missing the cart, but winning a hat would ease the pain. Well, you just might. You just might. All right, we're going to go ahead and skip the next couple of questions just because of time, because I've got some things I want to get to. I'll tell you what, I'll skip number 9 and I'll go to number 10. I want to do number 10, so I'm going to do it real quick. This is from Wesley. I'd like to upgrade my 2005 EasyGo PDS 36 volt to an AC Navitas, but I can only find. Did I say Alexa just now? Because my Alexa started playing music. Hold on just a second. All right, that was weird. I must have said something that sounded like Alexa play country music, and she started playing country music. 36 volt does all we need. I see there's a 36 volt AC kit for other cars, but not mine. Any solution you could provide? Thanks in advance. Most of our driving is really slow around the neighborhood with the occasional full throttle, but I think the slow speed is getting everything too hot and causing it to limp. The main reason I want to go AC. All right. Well, I wanted to tell Wesley that the reason I wanted to take that question was because I wanted to make sure he understood that you don't have to go AC in order to fix your problem. You don't have to go all out AC conversion in order to fix your problem. You could just replace your controller if you're running that stock controller, and that would fix your problem. Because that stock controller doesn't really like you to drive around slow. You're correct. I mean, that's what heating everything up. But you can just replace that with a good Alltrax or a good Navitas controller, and that'll solve your problem right there, and you don't have to do the full AC conversion. Now, you can do that. There are plenty of videos online on YouTube that do step-by-step on 36-volt PDSs to full-blown 48-volt AC Navitas. If you wanted to do that, you can do that. That's my wife laughing at me because my Alexa went off. That was crazy. I don't know what I said. What question was it? It's number 10. Somewhere in that first part, she thought I said, Alexa, play country music. So what did I say there? I'd like to upgrade my 2005 36 volt to AC Navitas. Huh. That was crazy. D-Max, what's going on, brother? I missed the show. How you doing? I'm doing good. You made it just in time because we are giving away a hat. I don't know if you knew that or not, D-Max, but we're giving away a hat today. And you just got entered. Okay, I did the social media links. Let me go ahead and do those again. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook, but also follow us on Instagram and TikTok. I'm running those links right now. Just to give everybody an idea of what we're giving away today, we are giving away a hat, a Golf Cart Garage hat. Here are the hats up there. There are some hot links in the description that will take you right to them if you'd like to buy one, but occasionally we give one away, and today is the day. We are going to give one away. It's a little more than a hat. It's some little trinkets from Golf Cart Garage that have come in the bag. That's why we call it a bag of swag. It's not just a bag of hat. It's got a couple of other little things in there that Dave hooks you up with from the warehouse. I did, D-Max. I did get your email about the battery, and I got my eye on it. I got my eye on it. Okay, let's go ahead and see. Let's see some carts. Rich Eastmain sent me some pictures. All right, so we're going to let's see some pictures of some carts here. He did a lithium conversion, which I'm always interested in a lithium conversion. So he sent me some pictures of his conversion that he did, and let's see here. Here it is. This is from Rich Eastmain. He's a regular in the room. I'm sure you've seen his name. I think he's in here today. Hello, Tim. Here's some pics today. Nothing special, but we did a modest for Memorial Day a couple of weeks ago. It's a 2006 Precedent. Previous owner put on the wheels and a speed magnet. I removed the AGM batteries, installed inexpensive lipos and 2-gauge cable. It does 22 miles an hour with the stock motor and controller, and the batteries last for weeks. They have also stayed balanced, but I will keep checking on that. Thank you for all you do for us. I really enjoy the info you give, as well as the input and knowledge from your viewers. Thank you for saying that, Rich. That's awesome. That's why I posted it, because I thought that was awesome. I wanted to show everybody your email that you sent me, not only your cart. I've got another picture, by the way. I've got another picture of your lithium set up there. But thank you, though. I appreciate what you said there. Big Mike is still trying to figure out if he's the youngest one in the room. So D-Max, Big Mike, that's why he's asking you, is because he thinks he discovered that he's the youngest person in the room. And I told him that you may be younger. So I don't know. I don't know how old you are. So, oh, there you go, Big Mike. I don't remember exactly what you said. All right, anyway, here's a second pic of Rich Eastmain's cart that he did. Bam, there's his lithium conversion. And this is why he was saying that he's going to keep an eye on balance, is because he went with 4 12s. You know, a lot of lithium conversions are just one big battery. Well, as we've talked about before, as we've talked about before, you know, you got a BMS involved. And when you got 4 12s, there's 4 BMS if these batteries have an internal BMS, which is what I'm suspecting that they do. So you've got 4 BMSs involved, and that's why he's concerned about balance, and that's why he's going to keep an eye on it. It's a little bit more important to be concerned about that when you have this type of configuration rather than the one big 48-volt lithium. So it's a good idea to check on the balance issue occasionally. Make sure everything is charging correctly. Make sure it's discharging correctly. So thank you, Rich, for sending me those pictures, man. I appreciate it. Let me check Facebook over here. One a hat yet. David Tony says the bag of swag is awesome. I thought he might be close. I don't know why I thought that, Big Mike, that D-Max might be younger than you. I don't know. I just got that impression. Yes, I'm just got texted. Yes, we are done with entries for the bag of swag giveaway. Everybody that is posted up to this point is now entered. We're gonna have to shut it. We got to shut it down sometimes. 120 amp, and then settles down to 45 at full speed. $120 off the line, then settles down to 45. Yep. See, those lithiums, they can make your controller, they can make it work. They can make it work hard because your cart has so much less voltage drop now because of the weight loss. So they can make that controller put out some amps. But 120, that's not very much. I mean, you're not even close to anything major. D-Max says, I got that impression because he's not, no, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. I don't remember what it was. I don't know. Okay, I showed Rick. Okay. Go to Golf Cart Garage and check out our wheelie good deal. We have a wheelie good deal at golfcartgarage.com. Uh, yeah, I'm going to talk about, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to talk about Dino for a second. Because that's one of the, by the way, that's one of the security questions is Dino, is my dog. I've had 2 or 3 people that didn't know the name of my dog, so I was using him as a security question. So he was one of the security questions. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. My dog's name is Dino. You got to remember that. That's one of the security questions. Now there's another one that you got to pass too. This is for the winner of the bag of swag. Anyway, I got sidetracked there. Wheelie good deal. Check that out. Look for this banner at golfcartgarage.com. You'll see all the details and everything about it. If you need to order some parts, I'm going to save the coupon there. Let's see, hat graphic. I did the let's see. Contact us. If you'd like to contact Golf Cart Garage, or is that the one I'm going to save for the very end? Oh, if you want to order some parts at Golf Cart Garage, then here you can use this coupon. I got several things going on behind the scenes here, guys. Get 5% off any parts you order if you use coupon code TIM22. That's TIM22. This code expires on July 22, 2024. Get 5% off any parts you order. That's July 22. Yeah, this is June 25th. Yeah, okay. So that's a good coupon. Yeah, the active coupon code is TIM22 right now. All right. The bag of swag winner has been announced, or has been chosen, hadn't been announced yet. Let me see if he is here. The winner of today's bag of swag. Hey, Tina Wilson on Facebook. How you doing? That's another former winner of the bag of swag is Tina Wilson. Got David Tony as a former winner. Tina Wilson's a former winner. I'm just scrolling up just to see here. What did you tell me? Oh, okay. Guess who the bag of swag winner today? And I can assure you this is completely random, just like I always say. And I hope he's still on. He was on Facebook. Hope he's still on. Is William Moore. William Moore is the winner of the bag of swag. The man who told me that his retirement was in 2 days. So William, if you will send me an email, if you're there, let me know if you're still there, William. If you'll send me an email, it's 00, the number 0000, Tim Freeman, Freeman, at gmail.com. Send me contact information there, and I will give you a call and get your address, and I'll ask you some security questions too. So send me an email whenever you get a chance. If you can, you can send it to me now, and when I get off the air, I'll take care of it and get your bag of swag shipped out to you. Oh, my wife just posted my email address, William, on Facebook, just to make sure that you got it. It's in the comments. That is my email address on Facebook. Thank you, Catherine. Congrats, William. Got people on YouTube giving you congratulations, William. They have had a run, haven't they, on Facebook? Because that's 3, and there's not even as many people on Facebook. And so yeah, they've definitely had a run on Facebook on winners. But that's cool. That is cool. All right. Don't forget about the our eco batteries. If you're thinking of going eco or thinking of going lithium, the eco batteries are, we've got a 10% off across the board on those. The price is already factored in, so if you're thinking about going lithium. I talked about the Wheelie Good deal. I showed Rich Eastman's golf cart. Oh, by the way, double take body kits. We got some specials going on there. You can get up to 15% off of double take products, double take body kits if you're thinking about doing all of that. William Flowers says congrats on retirement and hat from one William to another. Jeffrey on YouTube is a former winner of a hat also. That is not true, D-Max. We're not cherry picking. It is a completely random deal. Brandon Guthrie, Tim, you are awesome. Really mastered these carts. Thanks so much for all the helpful information. I tried adding a photo of the cart I'm working on, as it is truly patriotic for the upcoming holiday. Send me an email, Brandon, with pictures attached, and I'll be glad to show them. Rich Eastman says he's retired twice. Cool. Helpless, we'll get you in, man. Just keep trying. I wish I could just give everybody a hat, but I don't think that that would be good. Tina Wilson was also a winner at one time, yes, on Facebook. That's what we were talking about. George Bremer on Facebook says he's going for the oldest at 81. I don't know if that's true or not, George. It might be. I don't know. Anybody older than 81? There's my email. My wife posted it on YouTube and Facebook. Contact information. That's one thing that I did not do. Contact. If you need to contact us at Golf Cart Garage for any reason, just to give us some advice or anything that you would like to tell us we're doing right, or tell us we're doing wrong, here's the support at golfcartgarage.com, and there's the phone number. Or you can email me directly. Like I just said, I've got my email posted, 00timfreeman@gmail.com. It's up there on Facebook and YouTube. You can either way. If you send it to support at Golf Cart Garage, if you want me to see it, then put attention Tim on it. But if you want just to go straight to me, then go to 00timfreeman@gmail.com. All right, guys. Looks like I made a good choice by cutting out the last question or two, because we're running right there at the end of time. All right. Well, congratulations again, William. And like I said, send me that email, and I will give you a call whenever I get off the air. Jeffrey says, are you going to be on with the 4th being next week? Yes, I am. The next Tuesday is, I already checked on that. Tuesday is the 2nd, and I will be on. I'm not off until, I'm not taking the 4th until Wednesday. So yeah, there's no reason for me not to do the show on Tuesday. So I hope everybody will be here. I hope you'll come back on Tuesday. Once again, a great show. I always look forward to my Tuesdays with Tim. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you, Helpless. Thank you, everybody, for coming this week. Congratulations again to William. And I will see everybody on the 2nd. 1 week from today, Taco Tuesday on the 2nd. The garage is now closed.